Hi guys, before this video starts, I just want to remind you that today is the second day of October, the month of Bendy. Go ahead and check it out, follow the game's Twitter page because there will be a lot of stuff there, I think for October, pretty much. But let's start the video with our conspiracy theory and analysis on the Fight Your Demon hashtag, and as well as one theory. Alright, let's go. The amount of merch releasing of Bendy and the Ink Machine, and the release of the game on console, this series is getting really big. It came from a literal horror indie game to something big. Something that would release tons of merch and more. But today we're not talking about the merch. We're talking about more news on Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 5. And then we will move on our theory. Now, if you have been checking the Bendy and the Ink Machine official game Twitter page, you have been noticing these letters. And these letters are important, as by the end, the sentence is finished, it will reveal a message. And probably after that there will be like a new trailer, new teaser, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what those letters mean. As well as having a console release trailer, which emerged just like a few days ago, I believe. I will leave a link for the description for those who hadn't been able to check out the trailer. But yeah, it's supposed to be releasing on consoles. Xbox One is going to be October 26th, as well as PS4 and Steam. And I'm sorry to upset you Nintendo Switch users, but Bendy and the Ink Machine, the game on console for Nintendo Switch users, will be available on November 20th. Well, don't feel upset. If you have an Xbox, you could probably play it. Well, I don't know what you have in your home, so I can start speculating on you. I have to start speculating on the games. Are you playing Bendy and the Ink Machine on PC? Well, you should, because those users who are playing on PC will receive Chapter 5 completely free, as immediately said in this video.
Well, thanks to you. So, as a very special way of giving back to you guys, I'm happy and humble to announce that if you've bought chapters 2 through 4 of Bendy and the Ink Machine on Steam, you'll be receiving Chapter 5 on Steam completely free. It's a big gift from our little team to say thank you for your support of everything we do. And to make it a little easier for people who don't own the previous chapters, I'm making the chapters 1 through 4 bundle on Steam 20% off starting right now.
Another thing that I want to mention is that many people playing Bendy and the Ink Machine on probably older computers have been experiencing lag problems in the game. By the way, creator Macleod said that they will try to work on the game to try and fix this. So maybe they might come up with a solution. But hey, don't worry, if it doesn't work on the PC, maybe you can play it on the console. It's not that much of a big of a deal. Unless your console is laggy too. But of course that wouldn't happen. Well, you don't know what the future holds. I will also provide an update to my channel with the release of Chapter 5. But first, I will be covering a full week Bendy video relating about Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 5. And also another update I want to mention is that I will be reporting the latest Bendy news. But I'm not going to be bothering you Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday and the whole week to be bothering you about Bendy merch. Not Bendy merch. I meant Bendy news about the game. I won't be like bothering you all the time. Just to let you know. If you haven't had a chance to download Bendy and the Ink Machine, Chapter 5's release of console and PC updates will allow you to do so I recommend you to do that. And pretty much we've covered up all Bendy news, so now we can move on to today's theory. Now, in Bendy and the Ink Machine, I always assumed that Henry was the nice guy. After all, he went to sacrifice himself for his friend, Boris. But in the end, he wasn't that successful. We all know that. But what is something that caused Henry to leave the studio permanently? Because it couldn't just been for like no absolute reason. Now, I've always think that Henry was the original owner of Bendy, as he drew him. which would explain the cartoon drawing on his desk and the Bendy cutout next to him and his audio clip in Chapter 3. It could explain everything. But what if Henry got in a fight for the rights of his own cartoon, Little Devil Darling? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm trying to say that Henry is a bad person, hence the title of this video. But look, you guys are probably screaming at me that Henry is trying to save Boris in Chapter 4, so he couldn't possibly be a bad guy. But you guys, we're not talking about the game's history. We're talking about Henry's past. What happened before the game's events, not the events in the game. Well, some events in the game might prove this theory. But I guess we'll just have to see the evidence that supports my theory and see if I'm right. I guess we'll have to wait till the release of Bendy Chapter 5. Now, one of my supporting evidences are Alice's statement.
It's a funny thing, how so much can fall apart so fast. You really had control of the studio. Either you were in someone's pocket, or you were putting someone into yours. I just wanted what was promised to me. I just wanted to be beautiful. Surely you can understand that, Henry.
This video, but I probably will make a part 2 to this video, as I really didn't get to explain that much. And by the way, if you're watching this now, I said in the beginning that today is the second day of October, the month of Bendy. But let me tell you something. I didn't release the video. It wasn't exactly released as planned. It was supposed to originally released yesterday, but I ran out of time yesterday, so today is going to be the release. Just letting you know so that you don't have to go in the comments correcting me about the second day of October, because I know today is the 3rd, yesterday was the 2nd. Well, alright guys, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.